us getting the offense moving the way it did in the fourth quarter there?
I think, the way teams are playing us and, the way our offense is kind of built is just death by a thousand cuts, taking what the defense gives me, and then finally I think after you hit a big play or like a big play comes is when everything kind of opens up. So I feel like that's what happened.
CJ, towards the end of the third quarter, you all had back-to-back penalties, and then you found Nico for that 37-yard pass. How much of that re-energized that offense?
I think it did. I seen Titus coming to me and was like, "Be happy, bro. That was a big play." And then the sideline was turned up. Like that stuff bring energy. Big plays like that. And Nico did a great job. A lot of respect for Snead. He's a good corner in this league, one of the best. And I thought him and Nick battled. And he got over the top and just try to give him a shot. But yeah, big plays like that definitely give us energy that we need like going forward.
What do you hope this win and how you all perform in the second half can do for you all in the future?
I think it just sometimes it's that one play that like kicks it off to like get everything rolling. We kind of had that my rookie year. I think I want to say like who we played week 3 against the Jags. I hit like Tank on a post, and after that it seemed like we were just rolling. And so like sometimes it just takes that one play, that one drive, that one point of emphasis to like finally hit, to finally get the things rolling that we know that we can do. So I think that's kind of the cool thing about playing football is like it's different every year. It's different every game, and you just got to find the niche. And I think maybe hopefully I did that, but we got to just go back to practice and continue to get better.
Hey, you guys, CJ, have often talked about the run, needing to get the run going to really open up your offense. Can you talk about how much that meant today and the work of both backs, but especially the rookie, how that helped you do what you do?
Yeah, it's huge, especially in this style of offense. Running the ball is huge. Anything positive on first down helps. And I think, Woody and Chubb did a great job. Even in the past game, like they did a really good job. But yeah, that's what it's going to take to win, is having a balanced game. And I thought Kales did a good job of keeping it balanced. And it's just, trusting me in some areas to get us in the right looks and checks and things like that. So I thought, that every game that's huge. You got to be able to run the ball in this league. And, I thought Chubb and Woody, they complement each other really well. And our O-line did it amazing, both run blocking and pass blocking. And then also our tight ends stepped in there and did their job, and receivers as well in the run game.
What was it like just to see Woody Marks get his first pair of touchdowns, JD Higgins, just seeing the two rookies being able to make plays?
Yeah, I was a really big fan of Woody in college when he was at USC. Thought he was really elusive, really, really crafty. And I thought he did a good job, since those days in that Lincoln Riley offense. And I thought today we kind of used him in that light, spread him out, gave him some familiarity, running the ball and some plays that he's ran before. And he's a very dynamic pass catcher. But, yeah, he did a great. Hig, as a dog, he's somebody who was, very elusive, great route running. And him one-on-one, a lot of times he's big and he's fast, tall. That's a mismatch. So he did a great job on that touchdown play, and he just continued to get better every week. And I think Jay Noah, same thing. A lot of our rookies are doing great. Tay had a great game. So a lot of the guys that are doing big things in their first year, it's going to be huge for us.
You mentioned the Higgins touchdown. Can you walk us through what you saw coverage-wise and what made you go to that throw?
Yeah, they were in man, and on film they show like this man where they go help, the best player, the best receiver. So I felt 50 was about to go help Neek, and so I just signaled in a route concept that I thought would work. And so yeah, we executed it very well. They did a good job of executing the route plan, but I just seen something and I called it and it worked. So it's gonna go that way sometimes. Sometimes it's gonna go the other way, but it's all about us. If we're all wrong, we're right, and I think that was that big thing there, and we were right that time and made them pay. So,
CJ, as the offense is maybe struggling a little bit in the first half and early portion of the third, are you guys kind of saying to yourself, "Hey, we're right there, we're really close. Like let's get this together," and then kind of clicks like you said, or is there a little bit of like, oh, here we go again?
No, I don't believe in that. So yeah, no, I don't. That's a terrible way to think. You'll be you'll be really bad if you're thinking, here we go again in this. And I don't look at myself like that. I don't look at my teammates like that. And I don't think we even played really bad in the first half. We just got to score points, and get better opportunities on second down to be in the third and manageable. So I don't believe in that.
CJ, every win is surely positive, but against a division rival, it's even more important. You could say, your next division rival is until November 9th. Keeping stride and tabs on other teams on the division. Just how important was this win?
We focus on one game at a time. When we play another division opponent, they're always important. Every game is important in this league, so we're focused on one game at a time. And I think when you big scale things too early is when bad things happen. So I'm just 1-0, trying to get 1-0 every week.
Congrats on the win. In terms of how it was orchestrated, this seemed like more like what Nick Caley and you guys have been talking about how you wanted to manufacture drives and run plays. Would you agree with that, and if so, why?
Yeah, I thought Kels, did a good job of mixing it up, run, pass, play action, misdirection. And I think at the end of the day, it's all about execution. Like, he can call anything. We got to go out there and make the plays work. So I thought we handled it better today with, route detail, me being good on my reads. And, of course, it's never perfect. Like, there's plays that we always want back. But I think the overall big picture, we kind of hit that point this week in this game. So I think we're going forward, and that's what you want to see.
Hey, CJ, you have taken some hits this year, since you've been in the league, but today you took a couple that seem, at least to the naked eye, kind of significant, but you seem to really battle through like you have been. Can you talk about your resilience and being able to withstand that and keep punching it?
I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, I don't know. I remember, I don't know if I ever told this, but my dad, I remember we were at this basketball game when basketball practice. I was really young. I was probably like 7 or 8. And I remember I got hit somewhere, like probably in my face or something, and I was on the ground, like looking for attention, kind of. And my dad, he gave me a new one, like told me off, and I needed it. And since that moment, since I've been a little boy, I've always kind of like remember that moment and always try to, it's not like playing tough. Like, there's a difference between being hurt and injured. Like, I think I can get pushed past being hurt. Being injured, like, you can't play. So, yeah, that point, that always kind of my dad's voice kind of always just, rings in my head. And every time, like, I'm just, like, feeling, they hurt. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, I don't know. I just think it's something that is kind of instilled in me by my parents, by God. I don't know. It's just something that the spirit in me that, I don't know. I don't like quitting. But yeah, I just thank you for seeing that. I don't try to like, I'm tough, because I don't think I'm that tough. And I lift a lot of weights with Clint. Shout out Clint and Mike Eubanks and our strength staff.
CJ, you all were able to get the offense rolling today, but can you just talk about how good the defense played against that Titans offense and being able to shut them out?
Yeah, our defense played amazing. Of course, it starts with Aziz, his play calling with D'Amico. Thought they did a great job of mixing coverage and stunning with the D-line and things like that. Man coverage was sticky. Kamari played a great game. Kalen, all the guys in the back. I thought MJ stepped up and did a great job. But yeah, I think like when you hold a team to 0 points in the NFL, like that's big time. Like that doesn't happen a bunch. So yeah, shout out to them boys. They're doing a great job, and I'm very grateful to have a defense like that.
How much do you think a win like today, where you guys took care of business on both sides of the ball, was really a decisive victory? How much do you think that can help the team moving forward and as you try to build momentum for the season?
Yeah, that's the game plan. Every week is play three phases of football: special teams, offense, defense, and try to play as one. I thought today was a right step in that direction, but got to go do it again. That's the thing about the NFL. You got to forget your failures and forget your successes, and try to just move forward. And it's hard to say, but it's easy to say, but hard to do. And we got to be able to just do that, flush this, and go move on and try to win another game. Thank you, guys.